Answer me, O Lord, answer me.
There was a time in the ancient kingdom of Judah when fear covered the land like a dark cloud. Every village whispered the same terrifying news. The mighty Assyrian Empire was marching toward Jerusalem. Nation after nation had already fallen. Powerful kings had surrendered. Strong walls had crumbled. Hope seemed impossible. Yet among the frightened people stood one man whose heart refused to bow before fear: King Hezekiah. Hezekiah was not remembered because he had the strongest army or the greatest wealth. He was remembered because he believed that true strength comes from faith, integrity, and loyalty. He understood something that many people forget today. Relationships built on trust are more valuable than power built on pride. The world may deceive you, people may disappoint you, but when you remain faithful to God and sincere toward others, your foundation cannot easily be shaken. When Hezekiah became king, Judah was spiritually broken. Idols had filled the land. People had forgotten the living God. Instead of blaming everyone else, the young king began by changing himself. He removed idols, reopened the temple, restored worship, and encouraged the people to seek God again. His leadership was not based on fear, but on example. Slowly, the hearts of the people changed because one faithful leader chose obedience over popularity. Years passed, and then disaster arrived. King Sennacherib of Assyria invaded Judah with a massive army. His soldiers had conquered countless cities, and their victories made them arrogant. They laughed at smaller kingdoms. They mocked every nation that dared to resist. When they surrounded Jerusalem, they believed victory was already theirs. The Assyrian commander stood before the walls and shouted insults. He told the people not to trust Hezekiah. He claimed that their king was lying to them. He mocked their faith and declared that no God had ever saved any nation from Assyria. His words were designed to destroy hope before the battle even began. Fear is often the enemy's greatest weapon. Many people inside Jerusalem became afraid. Some wondered if surrender would be easier. Others questioned whether faith still mattered when danger stood at the gate. Isn't life still like that today? Problems whisper that hope is foolish. Betrayal tells us love is useless. Failure tells us to quit. But difficult moments always reveal what truly lives inside the human heart. Hezekiah did not answer the insults with pride. He did not rush into battle seeking personal glory. Instead, he walked into the house of God. Wearing clothes of mourning, he prayed with humility. He admitted that Judah was powerless. He confessed that only God could save them. Sometimes the greatest courage is not pretending to be strong, but honestly admitting that you need God's help. The prophet Isaiah brought God's message to the king. "Do not be afraid," he declared. "The Lord has heard every insult. This enemy will not conquer Jerusalem." Those words became a light in the middle of darkness. Faith does not remove problems immediately, but it gives strength while waiting for God's answer. Meanwhile, Sennacherib became even more confident. He sent another threatening letter demanding surrender. He reminded Hezekiah of every nation Assyria had already destroyed. Human logic agreed with the enemy. Everything suggested that Jerusalem should fall next. But faith often begins where human certainty ends. Hezekiah carried the threatening letter into the temple. Instead of allowing fear to remain in his heart, he placed the problem before God. His prayer was simple yet powerful. He asked God to defend his own name so that every nation would know that the Lord alone is God. Hezekiah's concern was greater than his own survival. He desired that truth would triumph over arrogance. That night, something happened that no military strategist could have predicted. No famous general led the battle. No human sword won the victory. According to the biblical account, God sent his angel into the Assyrian camp. Before morning, 185,000 Assyrian soldiers were dead. The army that terrified nations collapsed in a single night. Sennacherib retreated home in shame without capturing Jerusalem. The people awoke expecting war, but instead, they witnessed a miracle. The city that seemed certain to fall remained standing because victory belonged to God, not to human strength. Fear had filled the evening, but hope filled the morning. The impossible had become reality. This story teaches a timeless lesson. Many people trust money, influence, popularity, or physical strength. Yet all these things can disappear overnight. Relationships built on honesty, faithfulness, and trust endure much longer. Even when people betray you, never become a person who betrays others. The world may reward selfishness for a season, but character produces peace that success alone can never provide. Every person experiences disappointment. Friends may leave, family members may misunderstand, co-workers may compete unfairly, promises may be broken. But bitterness only creates another prison. Hezekiah could have trusted politics, weapons, or fear. Instead, he trusted God. That decision changed history. Real strength is revealed during pressure. Anyone can smile when life is easy. Anyone can be kind when everything goes according to plan. But true character appears when dreams are threatened, when doors close, and when enemies surround you. Those moments expose whether your confidence rests in circumstances or in God. The greatest battles in life are often invisible. Anxiety fights against peace. Pride fights against humility. Revenge fights against forgiveness. Fear fights against faith. Winning these inner battles prepares us for the challenges we face outside. Hezekiah first surrendered his heart to God before expecting victory over his enemies. Many people spend years trying to prove themselves to others. They chase approval that never lasts. They compare themselves with everyone around them. Yet peace comes when you understand that your value is not determined by human applause, but by your faithfulness to your purpose. Hezekiah was not perfect, but he consistently returned to God whenever difficulty appeared. Relationships should never be treated as temporary conveniences. Respect those who stand beside you in difficult times. Encourage those who remain loyal when success disappears. Appreciate the people who pray for you instead of only those who praise you. Genuine loyalty is one of life's greatest treasures because the world offers many admirers, but very few faithful companions. There will always be voices that tell you to give up. There will always be people who mock your dreams and question your beliefs. Do not allow their words to become your identity. The Assyrian commander shouted loudly, but God's whisper proved far more powerful than the enemy's noise. Remember this truth: every giant has a limit. Every storm has an ending. Every night has a morning. And every trial carries an opportunity to grow stronger. What seems impossible today may become tomorrow's testimony. Faith does not guarantee an easy life, but it gives courage to continue when everything else says stop. King Hezekiah's story reminds us that victories achieved through faith leave a legacy far greater than victories achieved through pride. When the world chooses betrayal, choose loyalty. When others choose hatred, choose forgiveness. When fear surrounds you, choose faith. And when every door appears closed, remember that God is able to do what human strength cannot accomplish. Never forget this powerful lesson. Relationships are worth protecting, integrity is worth keeping, and faith is worth living. The world may disappoint you, but God never abandons those who sincerely seek Him. One night was enough for the Creator to change what an entire empire believed was impossible. The same God who brought hope to Jerusalem still inspires hearts today to stand firm, trust deeply, love faithfully, and never surrender to fear. King Hezekiah ruled Judah during a time of great fear. The powerful Assyrian king Sennacherib surrounded Jerusalem with a massive army and mocked both Hezekiah and God, claiming that no nation had ever escaped his power. The people were terrified, but Hezekiah refused to surrender. Instead of trusting in weapons or human strength, he went to the temple, prayed sincerely, and asked God for help. The prophet Isaiah brought God's promise that Jerusalem would not fall. That very night, God acted in a miraculous way. According to the biblical account, the angel of the Lord struck down the Assyrian army, and by morning, 185,000 soldiers were dead. Sennacherib was forced to retreat without conquering Jerusalem. The victory belonged to God, not to human power. This story teaches a timeless lesson. The world may deceive you, betray you, or try to break your confidence. But faith, integrity, and loyal relationships are priceless. King Hezekiah remained faithful even when everything looked hopeless, and God honored his trust. Never let fear control your decisions. Stand firm in your values, protect the relationships that matter, and remember that when human strength fails, God can make a way where none seems possible. King Hezekiah ruled Judah during a time of great fear. The powerful Assyrian king Sennacherib surrounded Jerusalem with a massive army and mocked both Hezekiah and God, claiming that no nation had ever escaped his power. The people were terrified, but Hezekiah refused to surrender. Instead of trusting in weapons or human strength, he went to the temple, prayed sincerely, and asked God for help. The prophet Isaiah brought God's promise that Jerusalem would not fall. That very night, God acted in a miraculous way. According to the biblical account, the angel of the Lord struck down the Assyrian army, and by morning, 185,000 soldiers were dead. Sennacherib was forced to retreat without conquering Judah,